iOS 9 was introduced at the Apple Developer Conference on June 8, 2015, with the first beta made available to registered developers after the keynote, and a public beta made in July. This marked the first time general public had been tested to a new version of iOS before the official release, with Eddie Q, Apple's senior vice president of services, telling Fast Company that the public beta program was started because of Maps, referring to the company's Apple Maps launch that significant issue in its early days. So, iOS 9 was officially released on September 16, 2015. Battery. iOS 9 with two important battery saving updates. When a phone has been placed face down, the screen will not light up upon receiving notifications. Apple has also added low power mode, which modifies the amount of energy dedicated to background service and animations. For example, background app refresh and push email are paused during low power mode. When a phone reaches 20% battery level, users are automatically prompted to turn on low power mode, which changes the color of the battery icon on top of the row status bar on the screen to yellow. When the battery goes higher than 80% level, low power mode automatically turns back off. Performance. iOS 9 includes performance and speed improvements thanks to the expanded use of Metal API. Metal was introduced in iOS 8 and was previously limited to game developers. In iOS 9, the use of Metal was expanded to let it handle many of core users' interface elements and graphics. Design. San Francisco, a new system font, replaced Helvetica Neue as the system's typeface of iOS. iOS 9 added a new battery widget to the notification center that displayed the battery life and charging status of any connected Bluetooth device. When the shift button is inactive, lowercase letters are displayed on the keyboard instead of the all caps representation of previous iOS versions. Other changes. iOS 9 introduced Wi-Fi Assist, a feature and by default automatically switches the phone to cellular data when the Wi-Fi connection is spotty. Whenever the user presented the flight information, the user can click on a link to view a preview for the flight. Question. Low power mode doesn't interfere with Bluetooth or location services. Instead, it's all behind the scenes. Low power mode throttles GPU and CPU to optimize for battery life over performance. It stops apps from running or updating in the background, so you won't get new email until you open your email app. For example, the only real functionalities that are completely disabled during low power mode are AirDrop and continuity. Question 2. iOS 9 brings a couple new security features that would keep your data safe if your iPhone or iPad fell into the wrong hands. 6-digit passcodes by default instead of 4-digit passcodes we use now, as well as native two-factor authorization when you try to sign in from another device. Analysis. When you call Hey Siri, you want to know your phone is listening to you. But with the new proactive intelligence in iOS 9, Siri will start to anticipate your desires before you even have a chance to ask. This time around, Siri can use your location, time, app, and usage, and connected device data to forecast your needs. Several built-in apps go either updated substantially or replaced entirely with more exciting alternatives. And iOS 9 also brings two apps to one functionality today. Conclusion. Apple's iOS 9 is a refinement of iOS 8 that offers a few huge improvements, of all which center on making iOS smarter. Context is king in today's world. We want what we want now, not 5 minutes from now, because Google has so much data from us. Its services are hyper aware of our needs and even manage to anticipate them in advance. Apple is more privacy focused and has held off on developing its smarts and predict our every move. But with iOS 9, it has taken a big step forward in the smart, predictive direction. Also has a great deal potential, but it needs to individualize users before it became Google now for iOS users. Siri is finally getting smart as Cortana and Maps has perhaps the biggest improvement at the moment, thanks to the transit directions. The Maps is stellar, and I can't wait to use it daily. Split screens on the iPad is very useful. The update seems small, but the future is bright. Do proactive Maps and Siri trumps Google alternatives? Not yet, but thanks to iOS 9, the answers may soon change. Sadly, the 3D features in iOS 9 will be among its last features and won't make a complete impact until 3 years from now when almost everyone owns an iPhone 6s or above and all apps support it.